Hello, everybody. This is Ruby Red Renee, and welcome to my nest. And Happy New Year. Happy 2021. I am a fairly new or brand new platform here on YouTube, and I so appreciate you spending time with me. This is a platform where the nest is an acronym for a nurturing environment for safe transformation. My mantra is that I have so much to talk about, I've got to come on the internet to tell other people about it. So thank you for joining me. Today, I just wanted to share an intuitive message with you today. Um, and the message has to do with um, us moving forward into 2021. 2020 was definitely a banner year. It has its ups and downs, its tragedies, its loss, its lessons, and its blessings. However, 2020 is now a memory. And so, as I do oftentimes meditate and ask Spirit if there is a message for the collective, absolutely today there was a message for the collective. And so I wanted to share that with you. And during my initial time with um, finding out what the message was, the word that came to me was ambivalence. And I was like, oh, that's a big word for me. The word was ambivalence. And typically, ambivalence is just kind of feeling passionate about two contradictory or two conflicting, but mutually exclusive things, right? So it's like a tug of war. You may feel good about it, but you may feel bad about it. You may have to lose it, but you may be torn about letting it go. So that ambivalence is um, is that inner tug of war. All right. And many times we all have our struggles, but not only is this ambivalence for us individually, but it's also about the collective. So the ambivalence says there may be some struggle going forward in the message says that there may be, some ambivalence in us moving forward and our thoughts and our beliefs and how we shift and how we govern and how we parent and how we deal with ourselves, how we deal with our friendships, and on and on. And there's going to be an inner struggle, but to know that you are not alone. And that's the kind of overall message that was given, that it's okay to feel this way, but know how to be grounded in order to know that it is a feeling and it is causing you to make decisions, decisions about how you would like to move forward, decisions about what is important to you, decisions about who is important to you, whether your voice is being heard, whether you are committed to your voice being heard. Are you grounded? That is going to be the key, to be grounded, to be rooted in your faith, in your belief with spirit, your relationship above what you can actually see. Because I think that's going to be part of the ambivalence. It's also going to be a visible thing that you can see, but your spirit, your soul may not resonate. So that tug of war will be something that we will be dealing with in the near future or in 2021. And we've been prepared for it because 2020 showed us how to be still and to be still and to pay attention to the things that were being revealed. All right. So kind of look back at that. And so what I wanted to do, Spirit gave me some information, or I'm going to be using some tools here. Oracle cards. We have your spirit animal, ancestors, and angels, and your crystal angels. And what I'm going to ask Spirit to do is just to clarify this information on this word. What do you want us to know, Spirit, when it comes to the year 2020 and ambivalence? How does that clarify that for us? And I've already prayed and invited our spirit animals and as well as our ancestors and angels to come in to assist us with this reading. And it's so. All right. So the first question will be, Spirit, what do you want us to know about 2020? What is it that you want us to know? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Again, I am a new channel. And you can also join me on Instagram. Yeah, join me on Instagram and Facebook at Mirror You Wellness. All right, so what does Spirit want us to know? He gave us the porcupine. Take a look at that. Let's see, give me a minute to kind of look at it. The porcupine, innocence. Free yourself of guilt and shame. Oh, wow, okay. Because that's what ambivalence wants to do. Ambivalence wants to make you feel one way or the other. Feel not that you feel guilty for not following the status quo or how you used to do things or how things used to work. So, this is a time of innocence where you get to choose and make your own decisions. And the challenge will be to stand or be sovereign in your decision making. Because again, that's what innocence or that's what ambivalence brings. It typically brings us the feelings of, but am I doing it right or wrong? Is it, acceptable to other people? The only thing that this year wants you to do is make sure that you're sovereign within your own decision making. And as you can see, the porcupine is protected by its outer skin. Because when you know what the outside forces may try to change your perception, your way of seeing it, um, cause you not to feel as though you are an authentic, but that your innocence is has a lack of wisdom. But you have a built-in protection system that lets you know when something is right. So free yourself from the outside influences. Free yourself from the outside influences that try to make you believe or think that what you are doing is not correct. Because the only thing that really does matter um, is what God says, is what Spirit says, universe. And then on the bottom of that deck, it says the links, discernment, right? You got to look beyond what you can immediately see, go deeper. Know that your relationship or your intuitive nudges from Spirit are leading and guiding you into all truths. So that's important to know. As it relates to 2020, Spirit wants us first to know that a spirit of ambivalence is in the air. All right? But to free yourselves from the status quo, let your inner man come through. Inner man meaning your connection with the Almighty, your connection with the universe, the divine, whatever name you call the all that is, that universal life force. And you are protected from the elements that try to pull you back into an old belief, an old way of seeing things, an old way of doing things. And your soul will not resonate. So it will make you feel a bit dissonant, disconnected. All right. So that was the first question. The Spirit wants us to know that we are innocent, that we have a free will, that we can move about freely as we are connected. The second question is, if that's what you want us to know, what do you want us to be mindful of? Angels and ancestors, we're asking you to let us know what is it that we as a collective and even individually should be mindful of, aware of, cautious of in 2021. I'm sorry. 2020. Here we are. Be mindful of holding on to old patterns. Just as autumn is a time of release, the changing of seasons, this is a changing of actual, an amazing changing of a lifetime that we are experiencing. And Spirit wants us to be mindful of letting go what is in the past or what does not serve us, so that it does not we don't get stuck, or we don't become stagnant in old energies, and kind of relax with that, because it is a time of innocence. It is something new that is happening to us, but we have to be willing to let that go, to see, to know, to understand, um, that in this time of ambivalence, I keep ambivalence, in this time of ambivalence, it may feel weird to let go something that seems normal. And it may, even feel uncomfortable. You may be even feeling heavy or confused, but Spirit is saying be mindful of that and don't be so hard on yourself. Release it and let it go. And just prepare yourself at this time for, just as autumn is a preface for winter. Prepare yourself for things to come. Take time to meditate. Be by yourself to receive information and downloads and messages from your angels, from your ancestors, from spirit. Separate yourself so that when this time comes of 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 sovereignty, being like a porcupine, being protected from all that is outside of you. When this time comes to make this decision, that you will have prepared for it, even though it may still be a little difficult and unusual, right? But know that this is a cycle of life, and as you are connected to spirit, that he will lead and guide into all truth. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the eagle. See the higher perspective, right? It's not always what it looks like. It looks like the leaves are falling off the trees, and oh my God, summer is leaving, and this is happening, and why is this happening to me, sort of thing. But understand that there is a higher power. There is a higher reason. There is want you to go and look at it from a third eye, or introspective or intuitive perspective. All right. Again, be like the lynx and be discerning, knowing that Spirit has already let us know that there is an energy of ambivalence, which makes us uncomfortable to let go of things that may in the past seem normal, may in the past seem like it's okay. And there will be others outside of you who will try to make you feel some kind of way about not doing or not participating in the status quo. You don't have to. Things are changing. When Spirit moves, He will lead. Spirit will lead and guide us into all truths. That is for sure. I think I'm going to move these. Let's see if I can bring them down a little here, and I can get this out of the way. All the stuff up here. Okay. Thank you for your patience with me. I hope that you are resonating with this, and that you will leave a message, or I said message, a comment in the description box on how this speaks to you. And if you're interested in speaking with me or being coached by me as it relates to your own movement in 2021, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to speak. All right, and this one flew out. And this is the stone or the gemstone that may be helpful as we move forward. Because the last question is, first question is, what do you want us to know? Second question is, how do we move? What do you want us to be mindful of? And the last question is, how do we move forward? Unnecessary worries. Usually, citrine is helpful with that, with helping us to relax, relate, and release. But Spirit wants us to know that it really isn't necessary to attempt to try to um, handle things our way, because once we have released these things to Spirit, we no longer have to worry about how, when, where, and if it'll work out. I'm going to set this here for a minute, please. Give me a minute. Try to be better next time. How's that? There we go. Right. The card says unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So in these times of ambivalence in 2021, it is very, very important to know that your relationship with God, with the universe, with the all that is important. And our higher perspective, how he leads and guides us, like the eagle raises up above the situation in order to see it clearly, and lets us know that as we move forward, if we cast our cares upon him, if we give our we rest in the sovereignty that God is, that the universe supplies our every need, then there is nothing that we should worry about. And then the card on the bottom of that was a sapphire, which is a helpful stone as well. And it says, easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. No need to worry. Relax, relate, release. Understand that there's going to be a little bit of tug of war, but when you are grounded, when you are spending time allowing Spirit to give you the information that you need, that increases your intuition, that increases your discernment like a lynx, right? It is very important to know that that times are changing. And it is a cycle of life. This is a cycle that we may not have ever experienced before, but it is a cycle. And in this cycle, there's nothing that we really have to worry about if we begin to lean and depend on the universe, the all that is, the universal life force. And the helpful stones that you might use are citrine and sapphire. So I hope this message was helpful for you as you move, as we all move into 2021. Keeping in mind the word ambivalence, knowing that ambivalence will leave you feeling a little conflicted, you know, however, Spirit will lead you and guide you into all truths as to how you should navigate your specific um, journey in this way. Again, my name is Ruby Red Renee, and this is The Nest. I hope that you would join me next time for our next conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can support me even further on Patreon. So we'll look forward to speaking to you soon, and don't forget to mirror you, be balanced, be inspired, and continue to grow. Have an amazing day.